everybody. Welcome back. I am just some dude on the internet, and you are watching the Frank Fultz Chronicles, Project Zomboid Build 42. Now, I'm actually returning from my second phase of recording here today. I recorded a 4-hour session, and if I zoom out, you're going to see the remnants of what we have been up to when that recording or when the stream went earlier because of my network connection. So I'll walk around and show you. Figure that's the best way to do this, huh? So we're currently rocking our McCoy Logging Co. vehicle that we had taken from McCoy Logging. If you leave our house and we drive up this West Garnetville Road, we made a right onto Carpenter Test Road, took ourselves to McCoy Logging, and then we took our liberty of going through each of these buildings and finding many planks, many nails, and took about 5 trips back and forth, 5 or 6 trips back and forth, something like that, maybe it's 3 to 4, I don't know, somewhere in there. But we hauled a whole bunch of those planks back here and built out our perimeter, the majority of which, probably about to here, before we decided to just chop down some remaining trees, saw the logs ourselves, and build it out. We stuck in a double gate here as well. Now, the reason that I am currently rocking this McCoy car is because it has a way larger trunk capacity than the truck that we had before. We're currently at 111, but in its prime, it was at least 114 before I maybe backed into a few things and slammed into stuff. If you take a look down here in our home, you will actually see all of the nails that we have acquired. We have probably something like 26 or 4,600 nails. So there's a box of 23 boxes of nails here. Each have 100 nails. And then there are 2 cartons of nails. Each carton of nails contains 12 boxes of nails, which that is 1,200 nails. So 2,400 nails plus 2,300 nails, 4,700 nails right there. And we took about maybe 200 or 300 to build this little fence out here, and we repaired the windows. But I was getting sick and tired of having zombies burst through whenever I was reading. That happened at the end of 2 episodes ago, and I swore to myself, I was like, that's not going to happen again. So now we can go outside, walk our little perimeter, and things are a little bit nicer, right? Feel a little bit more safe. So what are we going to do in this follow-up, right? 1 month, 7 days, 3 hours into the apocalypse with 811 Zeds killed and our crowbar being our favorite weapon. Well, we have 3 out of the 4 mystical garbage bags that we need to make a rain collector. And it's been rainy the past couple of days if you spot the water that's already existent on the ground here. So I would like to get a rain collector or 2 stood up at each location. So that requires, if we pop open our building here, actually, I think it's going to be crafting. Go to our favorites. Nope. We're going to go, it's not build. Let's go water. Nope. Okay, so it's going to be craft. Water. Barrel. Oh my goodness. If I could find it. There we go. Rain collector, not water. Rain collector barrel requires carpentry level 5. It just needs 6 planks, 5 nails, 1 hammer, and 4 garbage bags. And if we can find another tarp, which I think we have found one, we can take that and turn it in over here as well. This tannin barrel allows you to tan defleshed leather. So within the last episode as well, just giving you an update, you can see this little green bar here. We unlocked carpentry level 7 by all of our deeds, and we are currently working on carpentry level 8 right now. Our maintenance is on the precipice of being level 5. Our axe is level 2 currently, and our aiming is almost at level 3. Things have been going super swimmingly. We've been carrying our weapons around. Our sneaking is also almost level 5, along with our light-footed. And then Just taking a look at our other skills. Yeah, we haven't started pottery yet, haven't started tailoring or welding. But we did read our electrical and our mechanics books for skills 3 and 4. So it would also be a good idea to swing by the electrical store and go do some more dismantling. I'm not saying that that's the most fun thing in the world to do, but we did find a cell phone, and we are able to use that cell phone to create like a distant explosive. It's like you've got your remotes, you've got the phones, just other electronics that you can combine, but you do need like higher electronic skills to be able to get into the mid-range. I think right now we are capable of making short-range communication devices capable of triggering explosives and whatnot. But once we start getting to level, I think like 5 is whenever you really start to see, like the world open up in terms of your distance, wherever you're able to get further. We need to manage our thirst. Let's go ahead and take care of that too. Yeah, we were a little bit exerted after the work that we did over the last episode. Now, if we do go back to McCoy Lumber Co. anytime soon, we are able to get more wooden axes that we had used to chop down trees. Okay, and as far as like, yeah, I would also like to try to catch some chickens. I think that it would be a good idea to maybe close in. Maybe we can move the barbecue to the front, like up here, and then maybe close in, put a gate right here and right here to allow the chickens to kind of run around freely in the back, and maybe set up a hutch or something over here for them. I think that that would be a decent idea to try to, lay some eggs, have some food available that is a little bit more fresh. We do have our stove here that we had moved with 2 hours and 20 minutes of fuel, 4 pots of water that are currently in there. In terms of what types of books and stuff that we can read right now, let's take a look. I want to start reading tailoring. We have not touched tailoring at all. And that is going to be important. The tailoring allows us to start putting patches on our clothing. So if we click H right now, you'll see I'm a little bit overloaded, which is why my health is going down. But you can click on protection. You can see right now there's 0% protection on all of this stuff. That is not good at all. Wow. Let's see if I can go to the clothes themselves. You can kind of highlight over here and you can see how dirty, bloody, wind resistance, insulation, and the condition of each piece of clothing that you have, right? And it'll tell you if there are any holes in your clothes. So you can see that my Ranger shirt has 2 holes in it. And we could patch those, right? If I inspect it, now you'll be able to see the Ranger shirt. You can see how much blood is on it, the overall condition, the overall dirtiness, right? And we can clean all of this off, but the holes, right, you need tailoring. Fabric, needle, and thread required for clothing repair. So maybe we can try to deal with that a little bit today as well. Let's take a seat, maybe in our bed. What am I got? 18 out of 25. Yeah, let's put our nails, 92 nails away here. I got grass cuttings. We got a boatload of cigarettes. And we still have not used our Molotov. I'm holding on to it, All right, so we're going to rest in bed. And while we rest now, because I feel safer in my little community here that I have established, that generator is on. So I turned it off after the last time I was attacked while reading. So now it's back on. We've got walls surrounding us. We've got the windows boarded and whatnot. So I feel much safer going in here and reading the book directly, speeding up time. This is 220 pages. All right. If I can encourage you to click that subscribe button if you have not already done so, that'll keep the algorithm from tearing us apart, keep you finding the content as I release it. All right, looks like we're getting a little bit hungry now. So how far into the book are we? 80 pages? I really wish it was 100, but we're gonna take care of our immediate food needs. We got some canned mushroom soup, some canned fruit cocktail. Go ahead and open that up. Now we got a lot more like dry food, cereal and stuff at the other house. I would like to clear out more of the rotten food that we have and then establish a garden. This is not where the garden is going to be located. The garden is going to be located at the starter home. But yeah, I'd like to bring and establish, you know, a space for chickens in here. We need a couple more planks to be able to do that. Let's eat that food. And it's so nice to be able to turn the lights back on. Our guy is always on edge. Okay, and you know what? I mean, what we'll probably end up doing, I don't know if I want to do it tonight, or maybe in the morning. We have mac and cheese here. We've got pots of water already ready, so we can boil them, throw in the mac and cheese, or the macaroni at least, throw in some salt, throw in some split peas if we want, an unlabeled can of food. We've got wine, some white sugar. That goes into the batter. We still have not learned, so we've learned to make cake batter. We do not know how to make cookies, muffins. Damn, dude. Gotta keep leveling up, I suppose. All right, I'm gonna smoke another cigarette. I'm glad that we have found the cigarettes to be able to deal with our character's smoking habit. And if you notice on the ground here, I have aluminum foil box of sparklers. These are used to make explosives in combination with the hairspray, right? So if I right click this aluminum foil and you can make a tinfoil hat. That's so funny. You can make a makeshift radio, an aerosol bomb, a makeshift ham radio, and a makeshift walkie-talkie. But to make an aerosol bomb, hairspray, box of sparklers, aluminum foil, we have the mortar and pestle, and there's duct tape. But the only thing that we need is the recipe at this point. So we have everything that we need to make an aerosol bomb, and we have 3 hairspray cans back at the other house. So I'm thinking that under the right circumstances, right, we in the future are going to be making a couple of aerosol bombs and then setting them off via remote detonation using our electronics. And I think that it would be super dope to get a whole bunch of Zeds attracted to an area using an alarm. And then once they are there and we can be in hiding, set off the bomb from a distance, right? And I don't know how far the short, medium, and long range is yet, because I've never really explored that too much, but we will figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna try to read 20 more pages before going to bed. So let's rest up again, go to tailoring. I wanna read through some of these level 1 books that we have, like blacksmithing and pottery, and just get the initial learning stage done with some of this stuff. And I do think that in this episode, we're gonna go back to the use store it and collect the fishing supplies that we had left behind, because I would like to catch some fish, store them in the freezer now that we've got power and we're up and running again. It would also be nice to start going back over and doing like our foraging, right? We are currently level 4, so we would be working on level 5. We have not even started our tracking, our running. We've got 21 XP. Oh, we're at 150 pages. My bad. It's 2:30 in the morning. All right, we will turn our alarm on, and then we will... Where is our bed? Simple bed, sleep. There we are. Get a nice restful sleep through the night. Awesome. Yeah, we have not explored Spear yet. I'm imagining that we can get our maintenance leveled up too today. All right, so yeah, I would like to get some macaroni going. We haven't made some macaroni yet, so let's grab. Oh yeah, and I brought the microwave so that I could make instant popcorn. I brought that back. All right, so we have pots of water right here, right? Let's take one, and we're gonna put that pot of water inside right here. Put pasta in the cooking pot. We're gonna need to read our cooking book as well. All right, so we've got a cooking pot with pasta. Now, yeah, create pasta. Let's do split peas. Put some dried split peas in there. Okay, and then we will add chickpeas. Nice. All right, pasta. We will add some salt. That pasta again. We'll add some more split peas. Pasta, add chickpeas. So we'll do no more than 2 of one, like any given item. Pasta. And okay, and we'll do that. So that keeps us at 50. So let's go ahead and pop open the oven again. It's been a long time since we've been able to cook with this oven, man. Turn it on. Gonna make ourselves some vegetables. Yeah, that's very nutritious too. And then maybe afterward, I don't know if we'll be able to add butter to it. Oh yeah, no, if I walk up to the fridge, I have butter. That's probably why I didn't see it. And while I'm playing today, I went to the store yesterday and I got a couple of different oatmeal stouts. So I'm drinking a pumpkin spice latte oatmeal stout with pumpkin spice and coffee right now. I love me some stouts. It's pretty good. Pretty tasty. All right, we're gonna speed this up by 2. All right, this is gonna be ready. Let's turn that off. Move this guy over. Now, I think that we only got the one cup here. Let's also see, pasta, add butter as a seasoning. Awesome. And then add an egg, stale, uncooked. Okay, there we go. Well, I will do that. And then I think that I only have this one empty bowl here, which sucks. And create a salad from stale eggs. Okay. I'm gonna eat half of my vegetable and beans pasta. And I still have macaroni left over. Would you look at that? Look at that. And now we're full to bursting. You love to see it. All right, we're gonna put this vegetable and bean pasta away. We will put our macaroni back over here. All right, we will finish out tailoring 1 later today. So I'm gonna place that on our bed. And we are gonna so I've got my handy knife and my claw hammer here. I need to fill up my water really quick and make sure that I've got a decent weapon here to start going back to the electronics store. Okay, do we have... Yep, we've got our crowbar. All right, we're going to equip that on our back again. And we need to smoke a cigarette so that we can even out our anxiety. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. All right. So we're going to leave our walled off confines here and go forward into the day. All right. Let's see. Anyone outside? Nope. All right. Let's get going. All right, let's turn that out and close that. Oops. There we go. I need to be on the outside. No, dude. Frank, what are you doing? God damn it, brother. Close the door. Whoa. Yeah, pardon the glass that's broken here after I slammed into a couple of fences earlier. All right, so we have the electronics store. Should be, there's the elementary school and then it's right up here, right? I think that's the electronics store. So if we go down, or we go up and then through Mabel and then it's up there. Yeah. Let's try that. We're gonna go up and then hang a left. This left, right. Here, I believe, is what we want. Correct. Okay, cool. Now there were chickens that were not very far from here too. And I'm kind of curious where they ended up. Oh, geez, there's some friends. All right, this is the electronics store. All right, I'm gonna turn this up in my headphones. All right, did we attract anybody? Anybody coming here? Holy moly, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. 7, 8, 9. Okay, but we look all right. We have our multi-tool, our handy dandy multi-tool. We are gonna go inside. Yeah, and as far as electronics that we can dismantle, white microwave, we need a welder's mask to do that. Oven needs a welder's mask. Yeah, so that's starting to go into welding. Thought there'd be more TVs. There is the hotel that is nearby. We've got lamps. That's something. Let's press F. Go take a look in here. There's garbage bag number 4. Okay, we can at least bring that back. Matchbook, gonna take it. All right, yeah, it's dark, but we got a chest freezer, wooden chairs, mahogany stools. Damn, yeah, white standing sinks. Oh, okay, hang on. We got a friend. Just help us get our maintenance up, huh? We're just on the precipice of level 5. All right, turn that flashlight back on. Brown armchair, green chair, gray chair, black armchair with legs, maple table, green oven. Yeah, shit, fam, dude. While this is an electronics store, the skill set required to dismantle these things is welding. Yeah, and these lamps aren't going to give us very much. And you just got different types of chairs and furniture and stuff. I mean, unless we want to swap out what we have decor-wise, having a nice leather chair. I mean, that would go really nice. Yeah. Chance to break, 22%. Let's try to take this fancy brown leather couch. Hell yeah. All right. We're going to put that in the bed of the car. So it looks like the dismantling for electronics is going to have to be done at likely one of the hotels that is nearby. Okay, we'll pop this in the trunk first. Okay, yeah, we are all good. Let's pop the fancy brown leather couch into the trunk. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so we got a couple of them. A convenience store, right? That's over there. Let's hop in the car really quick. Open the map. Yeah, so there was the elementary school, the liquor store that's right there. What else do we have if we were to go north? More restaurants and entertainment, retail and commercial. Yeah, this is the hotel, I think, that is like right up here. Well, let's take a look. Can't hurt to try, right? Oh wait, shit. I think that might be the hotel. Or is that a restaurant? Let's see. This guy right here. I'm looking at another map really quick just to see. Okay, yeah, I think that the motel... Yeah, that is the motel. Okay. So there are a lot more things for us to dismantle over here. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of Zeds. All right, I'm gonna pull forward over here. All right, we are going to turn that off. Time to start fighting some people. It's all good though. We're not gonna use our gun right now. I wanna get that maintenance level 5, you know? There we go. 3 out of 3. We got 3 more coming that way. There it is. Maintenance level 5. And we have been using a crowbar, so our long blunt has been just leveling. Three whacks and they're down. Yeah, with a higher maintenance now, I'll probably start going back with a machete, and if I ever find one, a katana. I just saw an email. Shiba Inu is down. Oh no. Who would have thought? Crypto ain't doing so hot right now. Yeah, so we're gonna deal with some of our friends at this hotel, and we can deal with them via crowbar. And I believe, see, I can cut up denim and stuff from all of their clothes. So all of the Zeds that are strewn about, we can use our multi-tool. And it's got scissors baked into it. So I am able to go up to the dead Zeds, and we will trim like the denim, the leather pieces, all of the valuable stuff. And then we will do some tailoring. All right. Okay, so we have dealt with a big old handful of them. How far is... We are... Ooh, hang on, we got 2 coming. All right, how far are we from getting our sneaking... Ah, brother, we just need like 80. Just 80 more, come on. There's 1. There's 2. All right. So that has done a decent blow to them. If I go around to the side here, I know that we've already walked around the inside of this hotel, or like the majority of which, several episodes ago. Many an hour. But let's go ahead and sneak back around, see if we can start dismantling the televisions, because I would like us, like I said, to try to get some more electrical skill. And that is something that we have to partake in. Unfortunately, it does not just happen for us. All right, I'm gonna put the cola in the hiking bag. We got some, yep, and I'll take these snacks. All right, so yep, there is a big ass amount of them over there. Let's just kind of do our thing. Pretend like we are not here. All right, nothing in here. Awesome. All right, so we are going to dismantle the lights and we are going to dismantle the television. Disassemble, not the door. Pink wall lamp. Disassemble the pink wall lamp. So use that multi-tool. Start taking this guy apart. So yeah, this is, I find that, you know, this part of the game is the stuff that like doesn't really seem too fun, but like if you've got the knowledge, you've read the books, we also have some VHS tapes that we can go back and look at. But I don't think that there is any, like, to my knowledge, any electrical VHS tapes. All right, and then on the ground there, we're gonna start taking the scrap electronics and storing them in the car. And where does that put us? We are at 21 out of 300 with a ×5 multiplier. Ooh. All right, now 33.5. It's like I'm hearing screaming or hissing or whatever. Anybody home? You never know, man. I get the absolute shit scared out of me at like every turn in this game. I had a Zed last like a couple of hours ago when I was recording absolutely almost get me and just scared the bejesus out of me. All right. So I think, yeah, so we can dismantle these lights in the room, but the microwave required the metalworking or the welding. Yeah, we needed the torch to be able to do that. Well, we will go back in there in that electronics store to start doing that once we have read our welding 1. And I'm like super skeptical to hit the fast forward button with all of these zombies around, because given the fact that like a couple of episodes ago when I was reading in my own home and then just sped up, had a couple of, like probably 5 of them. I think there was one that was at the door, or no, one that was at the window, and then 4 or 5 of them came into the front door. So let's just avoid that from happening again. Why is this not? Okay, I was like, I need the electrical wire. All right, we've got some nice red light bulbs. Right, and these are the things. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke a cigarette again. Yeah, having the different colored lights and stuff is pretty nice too. So I'm gonna hold on to those bits and pieces. All right, and you get your phone book, which will increase your boredom. That makes me laugh every time. But holy shit, did you see that? Hang on, wait a minute. The Bible. The Bible will reduce all of your boredom, almost all of your stress, and almost all of your unhappiness. I guess I'll bring the Bible back. We'll have to strategically pull out the Bible. Okay, disassemble. And we're at that 52.25 out of 300. And then our mechanics as well, we need 300. Getting things up to level 5 is something that I'm interested in doing because I need to be able to fix the windows and all of that, and then really to start fixing the hood, which I have damaged because I am the world's best driver. I would have to start doing some metalworking and welding. Okay, let's make sure that we're not going to walk out here and there's going to be 300. Okay, there's not. Great, that door is broken. Anyone in here? All right. Is there a bathroom of death situation? I gotta wait this time because from my lesson at the You Store It, whenever I flashed it and I was like, all right, yeah, no, we're all good. And then immediately that guy tried to munch on my face. We got 5 sheets, towels, so many Bibles. All right, we will disassemble that old television. And we do have cooking 3, and we can read that to deal with levels 5 and 6 of cooking. I'm pleasantly surprised with how we are doing on carpentry, given that we went to and unlocked carpentry level 7 last episode, and we were like almost to carpentry level 8. Kitten Rit, LOL, always check the bathroom. Yeah, I know. That's go back to the first short I uploaded to my channel. Always check the bathroom. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, for everybody else that is joining, yeah, I was on earlier today and recorded for 4 hours. 4 hours worth of carpentry to get my my level up to level 7 because I was driving back and forth between here and McCoy Lumber. But we did it, and our home is much safer because of it. So now we're just kind of trying to get some more of our skills here, sneaking back into some places, dismantling some televisions, knocking some heads, you know how it is. Life ain't kind out here in the Zed apocalypse. All right, we are going to face the door as we dismantle this, and I take a sip of my pumpkin spice beer that I have here. Fantastic. And this puts us where we're doing decent. Yep, we're going to be close to 100. Put us at like 89. Okay, so we're about a third of the way there. So yeah, I think by the time that we get to all of the floors and stuff here, we will absolutely have electrical 3 at the very least. Where you live? I missed it. Just kidding, Rit. I am currently at the motel, but we are at the northern safe house is where we spent last episode, and I drove up all the way up to McCoy Lumber and pulled out my gun, and it turned out that there were not that many people there. I was prepared for a gunfight. So I just went to McCoy Lumber and I started hauling back planks because a couple of episodes ago at the very end, I was reading books and Zeds showed up and broke through my door. They broke my door down at like the last 5 minutes of an episode, and I had to fix that. So I figured it would be nice to surround the entire home with walls and fortify it and repair all of the windows. So when we get back there, you will be able to see the new fortified northern safe house, looking much safer. I need to put up some gates and then haul some chickens back there. I'd like to put a chicken coop there. LOL, or live, LOL, like streaming for 4 hours. I did not live stream. Oh, I tried to live stream it, but my internet connection shit the bed. So I just decided to keep going forward. So I did a lot of the boring stuff off of the live stream. So in the event, I can go back and edit it, you know. Love to hear from everybody's perspective in the audience what your favorite type of like length of these videos is, because ooh, hang on, wait a minute, we found a vehicle key. Nice. Because last time I have done like 3.5 or 4.5 hour streams. Some people have said that is a little bit too long for them. So let me know in the comments if you are interested in some of the lengthier bits and pieces. I can keep it together, or if you want me to fast forward some of the boring bits. Because you never know, like Project Zomboid, I think a lot of people tend to cut out the larger experience of the long-term survival, where they're like, this is the boring the bits where we're dismantling television. But, you know, I'm not just sitting here talking to myself the entire time. I got a live audience when my internet doesn't shit the bed. So if you are interested in the entire 4-hour VOD, let me know and I can provide the entirety of the 4 hours. Otherwise, I will chop it up. All right, we're going to disassemble this gray lamp. Keeping my ears peeled. Oh, this looks like a master suite in here. And we are currently at, last I checked, was 107 subscribers. The channel has been experiencing, like I said, quite the boom. And if that has been you recently, I just want to say thank you very much for joining. Greatly appreciated. I've been streaming every Sunday since probably like September of last year. And I've been trying now to upload multiple times a week. So there is currently a poll on my channel. If you feel like it, if you haven't already done so, you can create or duplicate your tab and go over to my channel. I have a poll out there that I've asked, you know, what would you like to see more of content-wise? And the options that exist there are, you know, more chopped up versions of the Project Zomboid stream. So condensing some of these episodes that have been like 12, to 15-hour stretches across episodes. I can condense those down to 45 minutes or 60 minutes. Another idea on that poll is RimWorld playthrough. Another one is Banjo-Kazooie. So right now, RimWorld, last I checked, was the one that is winning. So in about a week or so, if that still holds, I will be starting a RimWorld playthrough alongside Project Zomboid and keep those two juggling because they're both fun in their own respect. Oh yeah, and while I remember it, next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, as I should say, this upcoming Thursday, my wife and I will be continuing playing Life is Strange. We will be live streaming that. So this will be episode 2 of the original Life is Strange. We played through episode 1, Chrysalis. It was about 3 hours long. It's on the channel as well. So we are going to be continuing that with a playthrough of episode 2. And we're going to start sooner because we're not prepared to play for 3 hours and got kind of tired toward the end. So we'll start recording and live streaming that a little bit earlier. I think I had said around 6 o'clock or 6:30 Arizona time. I made a post about that as well. Okay, we got a lot of light bulbs. Let's put those in our backpack. Put that garbage bag in there too. Now our electrical 150, we're 50% of the way there. Man, there were Zeds that did not want to be in here anymore. Okay, go ahead and disassemble. Yeah, we're going to be to electrical 3 in no time. But my thought here, right? So this is episode 27. 27 times I have sat down to record Project Zomboid for anywhere between like an hour and a half to 4.5 hours. 27 times. My long-term goal here for this playthrough, since we are playing build 42, is I'm starting out in Moldra this time, right? Since build 42.13 killed off the last iteration of Frank Fultz, we started anew. And on this character, we started in Moldra. So I'm thinking that we will utilize Moldra, finish out, kind of prepping for the larger scale travel in this city. And, we're only going to be able to take what we can take. It would be cool to come like travel with, some nails, hammer, basic stuff like that, and be prepared to go to Echo Creek and other places that are on the map. Oh, yeah, make sure I hit disassemble, not just remove. Disassemble, there we go. Yeah, the first iteration of Frank Fultz that I had started in 2024 in December when Build 42 came out, I had focused mainly on foraging in the beginning, and I spawned in Echo Creek, and it was quite the challenge because that is such a rural town, and I could not find a generator magazine to save my life. I had to walk for like a month around town until I finally found one. And then like getting gas and finding vehicles and stuff like that. There was a lot of walking on foot, and I did a lot of foraging. So I was like level 9 foraging by the time the update broke it. So this time we started, instead of out there in the wilderness, we started more in a town, and then we will take our skill sets with us to the wilderness. And I've been looking, there's a decent spot on the map north of McCoy. It's northeast of McCoy Lumber. And it looks like, let's see if it's a point of interest. It is a lake house. Yeah, it's a lake house with a lot of storage, and looks to be like a very interesting spot that we could shack up as well. Nice place to explore that's a little bit more off-grid. All right, how are things looking over here? We're still good. All right, let's try to go in here. Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. There we go. I have not been hearing any Zeds screaming or anything, so we're doing all right from that perspective. Okie dokie. We got another lamp over here. We'll disassemble that, and that puts us, we're at 200 out of 300. Just 100 more experience, and we will be to level 3. And these hotels, man, I mean, they're really good for, disassembling a bunch of electronics. Okay, I can hear a Zed in a room. There might be one in here. All right, we got 4 more light bulbs. Yeah, and then these freezers are really, really nice. All right, we got chips. We're going to take the snacks while we are here. Trunks, dirty rag, smash bottle. All right. I am going to drink one of these sodas because we are currently at 79 weight. Yeah, okay. All right. That can... I don't know if I dropped it or not, but... All right, we will remove the broken glass. then we can hop through. Okay, I definitely heard. There is a Z somewhere. Not in here. All right, well, I'm going to disassemble this while watching that window. I think there's a Z downstairs in here. It's coming from the left. Somewhere. But I've been through these rooms. Maybe he's in that bathroom. I've not opened that. Disassemble the television now. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you can't disassemble like the telephone that's there. All right, that puts us at 227 out of 300. Disassemble that white lamp. Yeah, and then this is the U-Store that we never finished going through. We've gone through a couple of these walls, but we need to go back with the sledgehammer and finish exploring here. We haven't gone through every bit of this U-Store. And then the other U-Store on the other side of town is where we have our fishing supplies that we need to go collect. Okay. So nobody that I can see this way. Just need to make sure. Yeah, there's got to be somebody downstairs. All right, well, we will disassemble this. We got a whole bunch of light bulbs that we're going to end up putting in the backpack. And then, when we go downstairs, we'll go downstairs, hop out the window, or just kind of walk out and put this in the trunk. All right. We will disassemble that white lamp. Yeah, man, they absolutely have to be downstairs. I'm hearing, they sound like they're on top of me. All right, we are on edge. That means that we need to smoke some cigarettes. We're gonna take our light bulbs, put them away. And then we will smoke a cigarette. We got a whole bunch of cigs. Okay, well, and then we got 2 more things that we're going to dismantle in here. And we're at 246 out of 300. Dude, that light-footed, 1365 out of 1500. And sneaking 1451 out of 1500. All right. Anything? Yeah, the scrap electronics is what I'm after. These are all like the components and stuff, that electrical scrap. The scrap electronics we can use to repair generators as they start to fail. The electrical wire we would be using to actually build things out and craft. All right, we got some more on the ground, scrap electronics. Oh, Jesus! Oh my God. God, I was like, is he in here? Is he not? Dude, oh, my whole heart just stopped. Oh my fucking God. I thought I was about to get bit by that. Oh, wow. Woo! Okay. Nothing to go from like your heart rate being at resting level to Jesus Christ. I'm at 826 heads killed. Getting rid. Holy fuck. That scared the shit out of me. Okay, we're gonna dismantle this television. See, that's how it happens to you. You get too comfy, you start exploring the world, and you get this notion in your head. You're like, yeah, I'm a little bit too safe. I haven't seen anybody for long enough. And then you hop through a window, and in those like little 5 bits that I couldn't see, he was there. And the only reason I went through the window is because I couldn't open the door. Damn. All right, well, I hear another one. Yeah, absolute close call. That's how we do it. All right, somebody just broke that window. Ooh. Somebody's trying to break a door. Now, I don't see any doors moving, so they're probably trying to come out that way. At this point, dude, I think I have enough footage of me being jump scared that I'm gonna have to go back and like mass assemble a jump scare video. The amount of times I have nearly died and just screamed, Jesus Christ, is too damn high. I am so glad that that guy didn't kill me. There's only like so much you can do as you're watching the animation take place and you're like, I'm not through the window yet. Scrap electronics. All right, we are getting there, dude. This is 289 out of 300. At least this time I didn't have to pull out a pistol to start killing everybody in the immediate area. All right, we're gonna put these light bulbs away. How many light bulbs? I got 21 red light bulbs. Well, I don't think I'm going to need 21 of them. Turn every light in my house red. All right, you bastard. You're a bastard, Tony Mushroom. If you've not seen that, strongly recommend you look up Tony Mushroom. All right, here we go. No, don't pick up the broken glass. Remove it. Climb through. Anyone? All right, we're all good. It's all good. We got 1, 2, 3 dismantleable things. We're gonna get to level 3 probably by the end of this room. Might as well finish off the top floor. And I mean, literally like this bottom bit is I think the only other part of the hotel. Yep, there you go. There's electrical 3. Congrats, everyone. All right, and then we need 750 experience to get to the next level. So let's just continue dismantling this guy. We will drop off the supplies in the truck and then kind of finish out the bottom area here. Then, I mean, we'll end up ending the day. It's 4:20 p.m. Hey, nice. We will end up ending the day. And, I mean, I want to try to finish our tailoring book. Too bad we have not grown hemp in-game yet. Otherwise, there would be a blaze it. I mean, we can smoke a cigarette. It's 4:20. Let's blaze that cigarette. Oh shit! It's 4:30. It's going to be a bad luck cigarette now. All right. All right, we'll finish this room over here. Holy Mother of God. There's a whole bunch of them over there. All right, so this is the last room in the top floor that we need to dismantle things. So let's go ahead and... Okay, yep, zombie right there. Mr. Frank Fultz is doing his part by disassembling every lamp in the hotel. But yeah, having all of the scrap electronics and the electrical wire and all that other stuff. Ah, shit. I realized that I left scrap electronics there. That will go a long way as we start, you know, going down our crafting and building tree. Failed to produce any usable materials. Story of my life. And we're at 39.75 out of 750. There's a whole lot of Bibles in here. I'll drop the normal lights. Honestly, I don't really care about if there are normal light bulbs. I'll keep the red ones because they're cool. Like me. There we go. All right. Okay, so there's one. Go around. We have the inconspicuous trait, so kind of try to use that to my advantage to make sure I can see what the hell is going on. Come here, lady. All right, where are the doors shaking? It's one of these. I don't care to find out, though. All right, we are looking good. Go sneak back around to the other side here. Back to our car. I think we found the key to that car. All right, in the bed of the truck here, let's go ahead and put the electrical wire, all the light bulbs. And the scrap electronics. Now, yeah, I believe that I had the keys to this car. Yep. All right, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. All right, I mean, the hood is in bad condition. Battery looks great. Engine looks great. All right, let's go take a look. Oh my goodness. What is with the people and all of the grocery bags? Jesus. There's just so many grocery bags. Okay. So this is a decent car. Nothing in the trunk and it has 36. I am not sold. All right, as far as, let's also keep putting, oh sweet, we can check out the garbage bags over there, the garbage cans. We're gonna put this in here. Got our chips. More chips. Put the Bible in our car. All right, we are gonna wear our half mask respirator because it will help us deal with the stank of the undead bros. Now, I'm going to take a look and see if there are garbage bags, which there are. We want garbage bags. Hey, and welding rods. There's not that many, though. Cool. Look at that. We have enough for 2 rain barrels. 2 rain collector barrels. We will get those stood up when we get back home. Oh, I just put them on the fucking ground. Garbage bag is not on the ground. Okay, we are going to eat a Snick Snack bar. I'm gonna kill this dude over here, and then I wanna dismantle the remaining side down here, downstairs. Then we can head our character back and build our rain collector barrels. Another garbage bag, sweet. Okay, hang on, yeah, there's both sides. Make sure that I have checked both of them. Dryer lint, raspberry. Ah, okay, cool. All right, let's deal with our friends. Remove that broken glass. Not in here. Okay, we will disassemble. Yeah, and this is also another good place to go if you needed to get like hinges and doorknobs and stuff like that too. Luckily, we haven't set up too many doors ourselves. But having the material on hand can prove useful, as you have, or as you will see in the future, whenever I upload the VOD of what happened last time. Yeah, I feel like we have been in here. Knew it. Like, there you are, bitch. It's always my fear that I'm going to open that bathroom door and there's going to be 70 of them and they're going to spill out. All right, well, there's one out there. All right, we're almost done disassembling all of the stuff in this hotel, all the electronics at least. And then I'm thinking that we'll go back to that used store it. We're going to collect our fishing gear. That fishing gear would go nice at the place that I'm thinking about going that's to the north. And it looks like there's even a chicken hutch that might already be there. Oh, we got a hairdryer. Okay, let's dismantle that. Really quick, hang on. If you craft it, yeah, okay, that's the only thing that you can make. Dismantle it for the electronics. All right, we'll move those guys. I can take the respirator off now. You can inspect it. Everything is looking good on it. Okay, cool. Let's unequip it and put it in the backpack. Wonderful. All right, now we're going to dismantle this television set. The only way to get to it is to pick up the chair. Place it. I'll just do that. All right, let's disassemble this bad boy. We're at 61 out of 750. So, I mean, if anything, this will give us a little bit of a go into, electrical 4. But I don't foresee us getting there by the end of the next, 3 rooms. All right, and I have not been hearing anybody else screaming. All right, so we got this, we got that, we got that. Another TV, another light, another light, another light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lamps. Maybe this TV and 2 more. All right, electrical wire and scrap electronics. All right, we will disassemble this gray lamp. There we go. All right, let's go disassemble this guy. And it is 7 p.m., so the sun is starting to set. We definitely want to begin wrapping up in the hotel for the in-game day soon. Yeah, and our guy's looking a little bit tired, so... Oh, Jesus, I moved. Damn it. Here, I'll speed this up. There we go. All right. Anyone in here? No one that I can see. Anyone in here? No. No? Okay, anyone else? All right. Disassemble. I'm feeling safer because I've not been hearing anything. So long as I'm looking in the direction that I need to look. Okay. More scrap electronics. There we go. Dude, yeah, this place has been, there's like nothing in terms of like stuff in the fridge. Electrical wire. Yeah, and let's see really quick. If I go into my electrical wire here and we look at the craft. Improvised flashlight, improvised lantern. Wow, okay. Yeah, and then improvised lighter from a battery. Makeshift radio, makeshift ham radio. And you can bind spear head with wire. Okay, and it is electrical wire works too. Interesting. The improvised flashlight, there's pliers, medical shears. Okay, so you just need some screws, steel sheets that are small. That's interesting. Okay, cool. And then if we take a look at the scrap electronics and what you can craft with it. Yeah, look at that. You can make a timer. Long-range motion sensor to bomb. Noisemaker. Yeah, look at that. We can make that now. Pliers, 7 scrap electronics, an amplifier, and that gives us a noisemaker. A pipe bomb. We can't make it yet. To my knowledge, the engineer was the only one that was able to make that. Yeah, we have a lot of scrap electronics, so... All right, it is 8 o'clock. Let's try to speed this guy up. Put this away. All right, we should have one room left. All right, we're gonna fill our water. All right, there is this room that's in here, but I'm not worried about it right now. All right, we want to smoke a cigarette as well. Okay, and then disassemble this television. Disassemble this guy. Get that electrical wire. Oop, come on, electrical wire. And then we will disassemble this guy. Awesome. All right. That puts us, at 173 out of 750, which I'm fine with for the time being. We've got electrical 3. And we've dismantled a great deal today. And here we are. Let's get back to our car. All right, and then let's go ahead and offload the wire, the light bulb, and the scrap electronics into the back. And we've got our fancy brown leather couch that we're taking back to our home. We earned it. That car that's been there. All right, and then this is our home. Running over our mailbox. All right, turn that guy off. All right, we've got all of these garbage bags. We've got 8 of them. Sweet. Scrap electronics, light bulbs, electrical wire. We're going to take all of those as well. Put them on our main character. We will put them away. Then we will transfer the couch and put it inside. All right, our fancy electronics. All right, we can go ahead and put them on the shelf here. All right, electrical wire, light bulb, scrap electronics, and electrical wire. Fantastic. Okay, and then anything else? So the 8 garbage bags, right? We need more planks of wood. So I'm gonna drop these garbage bags off on the ground. That probably gives us what, 12? 11. So that's enough for 3 here and 2 at the other place. I would probably say 2 here, 3 over there, because I want to start a garden in the second spot. And then let's go outside and clear up some of the shrubbery we got going here. Okay, hang on. The door is blocked. All right. Hello, friend. Okay, we got a couple friends. But you know what? At least they were at my door, out like my secondary door, and not at my primary door. That's what I care about. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, and yeah, I've got these sticks and hinges and stuff. Let's pick those guys up and put them inside. Plasmid, what a way to treat your friends, LOL. Yeah, I have built quite the nice little home here. All right. So this is at 11 out of 30. Oh yeah. Hang on. I got the stick too. Let me put these on the ground. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna put this on the ground because I do have storage containers that I have not pulled out yet. Where are all of this stuff? Yeah, okay. Long stick door hinge. We're gonna set these on the ground. And then in this van, I do have in the passenger seat, I have more storage that I can lay on the ground. And I'm thinking about moving this over there, but I'm not sure yet. All right, take a look at this. 87% fuel, 93% condition. Okay, yeah, I wanted to open the door. So let's take a look at this. If I open this door, I've got 2 crates. I will accept them, put them in my inventory. All right, then we're gonna close that door, walk back around. All right, at least one of these crates. Install furniture. We are gonna set it right there. And I feel like the other one should go right there. Oh, look at that. Sweet. Now the gas cans are on top of it. Love it. All right, now this has 60, so we can put more building supplies, things of that nature. Awesome. All right, it is 10 in the PM. Let's do this. And actually, I'm curious. Okay, that turns the light off outside, so we're not attracting anybody. Now, the book is on our bed. Yep, and then we have this one too, this crate. All right, so let's rest in our bed. grab our Tailoring 1 book, see if we can finish that. Things are much safer. And that puts us, let's see if we can get to 200. Yep. And there we go. Okay. We're at 200. Let's smoke the cigarette. We'll finish tailoring tomorrow. I do have another book that's downstairs. We'll go pick that up in the morning. All right, let's get ourselves some sleep. Kitten asks, can you barricade doors while you sleep? Yeah, I guess you could. But I'm banking on the fact that I have double fortifications, really, where it's like we have the big walls surrounding us, and then I have all of the windows are boarded 4 times on the outside and 4 times on the inside. So there are 8 boards on every single window. The only thing that I have not done is like you have suggested is like boarded my bedroom shut. But yeah, you could if you want. All right, we are going to come over here and let's eat the rest of our vegetable and beans pasta. I've had a lot of Project Zomboid gameplay today. 4-hour recording session earlier today, and we are an hour and a half into this one. No rest for the wicked, man. All right, for full to bursting, we are going to take our empty pot and tuck it away. Did we ever fix the washing machine? No. So the washing machine ran out of water. In order for that to work, what we would have to do now that we can build rain collector barrels. Speaking of which, let's make that a priority. Let's go do that really quick. We would need to use a wrench, which we do have, like a plumber's wrench, and go. We would have to build stairs to go on top of the building and put the water, like rain collector barrel, within 1 square of where that washing machine is, and then we would have to go downstairs and right click and plumb it. So that way the water would be collected on the roof from the rain collector barrel, and it would be plumbed to the washing machine. So that is something that we would end up doing. But instead of doing that, I mean, what we can do is go to fresh bodies of water. So I am currently a little farther away from one right now, but if I was to move back down south, we've got this fresh body of water, which I can traverse down here, walk out there with some soap and clean myself that way. Oh yeah, and then for those of you that have not yet seen my collection of 4,900 nails, I believe. So there's 100 nails per box. There's 23 boxes right here. There's 2,300 nails, and I have 2 cartons of nails that have 12 boxes each. So that's another 2,400 nails. So 24 plus the 23, 4,700 nails right here. Okay, we are going to take this wood axe. We're going to equip this in both of our hands. And what I'm going to do now, before I do this, let's take a seat and finish our book. We got 20 pages left. Let's finish that up. And we will get tailoring 1 multiplier. Awesome. All right, we have finished tailoring 1, and I think I told you that downstairs I have got something else that I want to pull. So let's put tailoring 1 back on the shelf. Let's go downstairs, and I should probably Do it this way. There we go. Now it's out of the way. All right, so we got this freezer down here, but I believe that right in here is a blacksmithing book. Welding. Yeah, that's what we want. Before we start doing any of our welding work, we've got a welder's mask right here. Let's grab that, bring it upstairs, make sure that we've got it. And we do have sheet metal snips. We do have steel plates, oxygen tanks, circular saw blade, whetstone. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's put welding 1 on the bed. Place that book right there, and then I will place the welder's mask right here. Awesome. All right, we'll turn that guy off. Now we are gonna go out. Let's drop the crowbar for the time being. All right, so we just need a couple of planks. I think it's like 4 per. So let's go into the woods over here and chop down a tree or 2. These are where the big trees live. All right, let's right click and find the right spot to click. Right click. Let me do it this way. Right click this tree over here, cut down tree, and now I can see all of the trees. All right. All right, we're gonna chop these guys down. And with a wood axe, you'd be surprised. It just takes 2 swings. Yeah, these guys drop a lot of logs. I think they drop like 4. Yeah. So we're just gonna take a whack at a couple of these guys since they are right in our backyard. And pretty soon we're gonna not be able to swing anymore. Yep, see, we are exhausted. So let's go ahead and pick up these logs. Now I am uncertain, right? So like I have no fucking clue where my saw went, but unbeknownst to me, I can right click these logs and saw through them. And it says that I have my saw. I was searching everywhere around my home at the end of the last episode, and I could not figure out what the fuck happened. But apparently I am able still to saw these things. So we're gonna bring some of these logs back inside, and then we'll deal with them. All right, I'm going to plop them on the ground right in front of me. Now, I do have rope, so what I'm gonna also try to do, let's open this bag with this log. All right, I should have, yeah, there's 2 rope right there. I'm gonna take 2 rope, go back out, and if you have 2 rope, you should be able to make a stack of logs. So if there's 4 logs. All right, let's come over here. Let's do 2 rope. All right, yeah, and then if I do craft, you can make a stack of 2, make a stack of 4, right? Yep, there we go. And stack of 4 will not kill you from an encumbrance perspective as bad. And you know what? We're gonna take a brief moment to breathe. There you go. Oh, shit. I accidentally started the car. My bad. Turn that off. All right. And we are dealing with some muscle strain from swinging. And I built this strategically so there is a fence, a little baby fence around this. So if we wanted to, we could technically play a game of like fence hopping if there were Zeds. Okay, we are looking. Let's take a step back. There we go. 4 logs. And then we go craft stack of 4 logs. Bam. All right. Now we've got a log stack of 4. Then I can grab these other logs and put at least 1 in my bag. Maybe. No? All right. Well, now we're at 24 out of 12 instead of it being like way more, right? And I believe that you get 3 planks per log that you saw. And now that I have my mystical magical fence, I'm going to be able to sit here and speed up time without worrying that I'm going to die. All right, so let's unstack those logs. That should give us our rope back. And then we go from 24 to 31. All right. So with these logs, see, now I'm confused. Why does it say I can't saw them? All right, we're gonna drop our rope off in here, place it on the table with the other rope. It's too much shit. Simply refuses. All right, there we go. Log, saw log, yeah, see? Chop log into firewood. Okay, see, now that's something else with the wood axe. All right, we are going to saw the logs. And the drill plank you can use to start fires. And to have one, I mean, like I'm gonna go ahead and I want to chop one of these into firewood, and then I'm going to drill the other one. So now, what, I got 6 firewood. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so let's go inside really quick. And let's put the firewood inside. And then let's destroy 4 fuel. All that can fit the firewood. That gives us like 5 hours worth of fuel. Okay, and then if I put the other firewood in my hands, destroy for fuel, I should be able to probably find it. No? Okay. Well, 7 hours and 55 minutes worth of fuel. Cool. Well, whenever we need that, right, we already have it stocked and loaded. So let's go back over here. We need another... We're going to saw... Or we're going to drill one of these. Yeah, drill one. Okay, so that gives us the notched plank, right? Yep. Okay, and then you need the notched plank if you want to be able to start some fires in the wild. So I'm gonna just drop that on the ground for right now. We're gonna chop the remaining, or saw the remaining logs. Right, let's do that. Saw it. Saw. All right, and then we have 12 planks currently on us. We are going to need some nails and we're gonna need some garbage bags, right? So let's grab a couple of these. Scroll down. I would love to see the garbage. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Garbage bags, 11. Let's grab amount. Let's grab 8. Okay, we have 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put those in the hiking bag. Okay, 12 planks. I think I need, so I'm gonna drop, put amount away. I think I only need 8. So we're gonna drop 8 of these on the ground. Awesome, and then I need the nails. And I think I've got the nails in here. Yep. All right, claw hammer. We are gonna equip you in just a moment after I place our fire axe back. There we go. All right, let's move the remaining garbage bags back over here. All right, we've got 4 planks. All right, in terms of collecting water, where do I want to put that? Do I want to put it in the back? Or do I want to put it right here? Probably want to put it like in the front by the door. Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna go into building. We're gonna go into favorites, or let's do rain, right? So you got rain collector barrel garbage bags right here. So we need 6 planks. Okay, so let's pick up 2 more. All right, now back to the building. We're gonna do rain collector barrel. I want to add that one to the favorites. All right, rain collector barrel. We are gonna put you right here, right outside. Wonderful. All right, we are gonna take 6 more planks. This at least gives us a little bit more of a renewable water source. All right. And then what am I missing here? Nails, planks. Well, I guess I wasn't missing anything. I just didn't want to. All right, so there are 2 rain collector barrels. Open the wooden barrel. Add liquid from item, water canteen. Transfer liquid, container info. This holds 600 liters, so we have 1,200 liters of water here. Now, we are going to have to boil that water in order to get the most use out of it. I am also going to turn this off. And we are going to pick it up and move it because it sounds just too loud for me. All right, I want to grab. I drop my backpack. Fix generator. Scrap electronics. Oh, we have scrap electronics. Let's see if we can repair it really quick. All right, we got 12 scrap electronics. Let's repair our generator. Oops. And oops. Goddamn. Generator info, turn it off. It's at 98% condition now. Okay, so we have fixed it. Let's disconnect the generator and then we will move it to the back of the building just so I don't have to constantly talk over this thing because goddamn. And there was a gunshot, top left. All right, we are going to move this generator back here. All right, we will more aim this way. Can I right click it and do place? No, we'll do drop. Well, I kind of wanted it in the corner over there, but you know what? I don't mind. We will connect it. And we will turn it on. There we go. Holy hell. Now I don't need to talk over it all the time. That's fantastic. Okay. So if we wanted, we can move. There's another one of those that's downstairs. Let's go ahead and grab one. Okay, there's paint and stuff down here. This one. All right, we're going to take that. Take the top guy. All right, we're going to go back upstairs and we're going to place this crate down there. Gotta love it. Awesome. All right, so we've got two crates of water right here, and I mean honestly, at this point, like we want to have a garden in the other spot, but like it would be nice to probably just set up 3 of these. I'm gonna do that. It shouldn't be hard. Wait, hang on. So we have 3 garbage bags left. Ah, shit. I need one more to be able to. I thought I had another one. Let me check. Make sure it didn't end up in the big hiking bag. Nope. I had 11. Yeah. Okay. I had 11 and now I got 3 left. So that makes sense. 4, 8, and then 11. So, all right. Well, I guess I'll need more. But I'm digging the way that this is coming together now. I do kind of want to move. Yeah, hang on. Let's move some of this shit that's just hanging out here. Let's move you into there. Some of the door hinges, doorknobs, long sticks, things like that. There are plenty more long sticks that are at the McCoy Lumber Co. As well as probably like 4 more wooden axes, at least. But now we got 100, is this 150? Yeah, 6, 12, 18. 180 kilograms worth of weight over here. This guy, I wonder if we should move the barbecue before we do. Let's remove the wall vines and gardening, remove the bush. Kind of clean up the property really quick. All right, and then on the ground right now, there's 1 plank. I'm gonna put this in this right here. Yeah, and then we'll move the remainder of this stuff. All 8 of these planks will go in there too. And then I'm thinking, like I said, about building a hutch over here. So maybe closing this half, and then letting the chickens kind of run in the back. And then that way we can get fresh eggs. We saw a bunch of chickens earlier, and it would be great to rescue them and bring them here. All right, so we're going to place the remainder of these planks outside, along with our twigs. All right, we will pick up the... Dude, I had several boxes of garbage bags, and I have no clue where they are now. This is an ongoing struggle. Cordless phone, right? Yeah, that's more electronic work that we're going to do. I kind of want to pick up... Let's pick these things up. The megaphone and the M9. Start putting our stuff on our person here. All right, we're going to grab that M9 pistol. And then we will grab the crowbar. All right, we're going to start putting our scrap electronics away, and then we're going to want to read Welding 1. 100% I'm going to want to do that. All right, cordless phone and the electrical stuff. Let's put that away. Right there. I'll put the megaphone alongside it. All right, I got nails and the hammer. We're going to go ahead and set nails and hammer with the plank. We've got 4,300 more nails right there for whenever we need it. All right, and then the garbage bags. Yeah, okay, cool. I was wondering why I could still see that. All right, we got our soap, rubber hose, plastic bottles. Things are looking good. Okay, cool. This sink, I think, is empty. Yes, it is. Unfortunate for us. Chrome oven. Yeah, so the only way that we're going to get this thing working again is if we got on the roof, and I don't really like doing that. So having water out here is not that big of a change. We are tired. We are a little bit hungry. Let's go ahead and make some more mac and cheese, shall we? We've already got a pot of water ready. So let's grab... We've got chickpeas. We've got macaroni. We've got salt and split peas. Let's move those to the main inventory here. Awesome. Now, with one of these pots of waters, we will put pasta in the pot. All right, and then in our pot of pasta, wherever it may be. Did that not end up in... That's weird. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put the pot in my... There we go. Cooking pot with pasta. All right, we are gonna create a pasta. We are going to put a stale egg in it. We are going to put split peas. We are going to put chickpeas. We're going to add butter. Add a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a second egg that's stale. All right, that puts us, we're in a decent spot there. Let's add more split pea. Awesome. All right. Now I'm going to plop that guy in the oven, and it's at 45 before being cooked. It's vegetable and chickpea pasta. Turn that bad boy on. All right, and then now it's burning. Turn it off. Sped up time way too fast there. All right, now we are at 59. All right, so with that, we are gonna go ahead and eat half of this bad boy. Yeah, there we go. And see, now our weight isn't going down anymore. We've been throwing some butter in there. All right, 3:10 p.m. And we have a whole bunch of rotten stuff here. The rotten stuff, I think we are going to want to end up with a composter. So let's go ahead and build one. Let's go to building. Let's look up composter. All right, so we just need 4 planks and 4 nails. So let's build us a composter. And I feel like putting the composters out here is a good idea. All right, let's go grab all of our rotten food that we have tucked away. Anything that is food that is rotten. And we're gonna pull that out and we're gonna go plop that in the composter. No need for us to hold on to rotten things. All right, anything else? All of these are rotten. It's a shame, man. Our packed vegetables, all of it went bad because, and we will leave. Oh, we put that in the freezer. I don't need that in the freezer. Let's put it in the fridge. All right, let's go plop our rotten stuff in the composter. It'll take a while to turn into compost, but all of the food category, right? So let's scroll down, shift, click, drag. Now it's going to take a while for it to turn into, for this to like compost successfully. But hey, at least it's not sitting in my fridge, right? Awesome. All right, yeah, so this is 0% full, 2.5% or more required, empty sack or partly empty compost bag required. All right, so we've got door hinges, nothing, and then like nails and planks. What else are we gonna want to build carpentry wise, right? Like I said, we are going to want to build a little fence from here to here. So let's see. Oh, a barbed wire fence can inflict serious wounds when climbed over. Oh, interesting. Okay, and there's a butcher hook here too. Well, I think I have a large hook. I think it would be a good idea to put maybe put the butcher hook in the corner outside. Go double check. Was that hook in here? Meat cleaver. There's a large hook. Okay. All right, so let's go back here. Let's do carpentry. A butcher hook, okay. And there's a butter churn, which we will need. And we can make our chicken hutches too. Chicken hutch is just gonna 5 planks, 5 nails. Awesome, okay. So we're gonna make the butcher hook, and I think that just having the butcher hook in the corner probably makes sense. The fuck? That's kind of weird. I put a butcher hook and then all of a sudden it gets like I can't see. Well, that's some weirdness. I don't think that that's supposed to happen. Butcher a hook. Add a corpse. The dead animal can be near the hook or in your inventory. That's so weird. Okay, hang on. And if can I pick it back up? Can I disassemble it? Disassemble. That's so weird. Well, I'm not a fan of all of a sudden it being dark. Maybe it's because of the location of the sun at this point. A little bit strange, but you know, it is what it is for the time being. I'll make do with what I have. We need to fill up on our water. Oh, there we go. And I did have work lights that I have in the truck that I left behind up at McCoy. All right, we need water. Oh no, probably gonna have to go next door for it. Or no, I think I've got like juice. Yeah, let's drink some juice or something. Empty can. We got wine. Let's do it. We're gonna drink the rest of this wine. All right, we'll smoke a little bit of cigarette too. I'll put the garbage bags away. And then we can start reading our book on welding. Probably be a smart idea. All right, I'll put the garbage bags in the center here. I'm gonna put the wood splinters in here. My M9 pistol, we are going to attach to my shoulder holster. Awesome. All right, let's rest in our bed, and then we are going to go ahead and read welding, the basics of welding. And taking a look at where we are, yep, so welding will allow us to build crude metal objects. It's going to be important for our ability to work on cars, to be able to make and deal with like metal sheets. So we will zoom through some time here. Turn on the timer here. And we have a soda. Let's go ahead and drink a soda that we have in the fridge. Kittenrit says, man, speed reading machine. That's right. Just sit on your bed and just read all day. All right, that's 36 pages. Let's continue. Our agriculture is almost level 3. Okay, what else? That's sneaking, 1498. We need 2 experience. All right, by the end of the episode, we are going to get, let's see if we can get light-footed to level 5 and then get sneaking there as well. We're so thirsty. Oh my God, bro. This is ridiculous. All right, we're gonna go to our pot of water fluid. We are gonna transfer some liquid from that pot into our empty canteen. Let's do it. All right, and then into our empty water bottle. All right, smoke a cigarette. We're gonna need to go deal with this water situation. All right, and then how far are we into that? We're 115 pages. All right, let's go ahead and sleep. That puts us at 2 hours and 10 minutes so far that we've been gaming today. If you have been enjoying the stream so far and you're in the live audience, please feel free to click that subscribe button if you have not already. They'll keep us together so that you can keep seeing all of the beautiful streams that I do week to week. And like I mentioned earlier in the stream, if you are a fan of RimWorld, that seems to be the leading vote for the next game to add series-wise is for RimWorld. So if you have an opinion and you want to let it be known, go ahead and stop by my channel, take a look at the posts that exist there, and you can cast your vote as to what you'd like to see next. And I do see that we are at 108 subscribers, so if you did click that subscribe button while you've been watching today, I just want to say thank you very much. The channel has seen quite an uptick. We just an update for all of you. We are almost at 1,500 total watch hours in 365 days. And to get to tier 1 monetization, my goal was 3,000 public watch hours. And we are already 1,500 watch hours in literally like 2 months, almost 3 months into the year. So it's looking good that we're going to meet that goal. The second goal that I have by the end of this year, if I can manage it, is at least 500 subscribers, and we are currently at 108. So to all 108 of you, I just want to say thank you very much for all of your kind words and support. It has been really wonderful making this for you, and I'm looking forward to continuing to add more. So it looks like RimWorld is the one that is in the lead for what we're going to be adding here soon. All right, we are at, let's get to 200, smoke that cigarette, and we will finish welding. Then I'm thinking, since the day is young, let's go back to that electronics store and bring the welding mask and the propane tank and see if we can dismantle some stuff. Yep, let's go ahead and finish reading today's book. 208, here we go. 220, hells to the yeah, my friends. All right, let's put our welding book away, which it doesn't look like we have space currently. So I'm going to put that on the ground. And look at this. This teaches us make metal sheet and cut for small metal sheets. So let's go ahead and read that welder's magazine. Sweet. Now we've learned a little bit more about welding. All right, we are quite hungry. Let's go ahead and tap into that breakfast that we made yesterday. Empty pop can. Yeah, see, now we're getting to the end of all of that stuff. I need it to rain again here soon. All right, we have 2 empty pots entirely. So I think that it would be wise to prepare this food ahead of time. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's come back here. Right click. We want, oh, you can create a stew. Create a stew from the dry cat food. Create a soup. I want to add the macaroni. Unless you're telling me my man's out of macaroni. No good, no good. All right, let's put our twigs and tree branch away. Yeah, all right. Well, I see we might have finished that. Uh-oh. Make sure I also don't have this on. Okay, I don't. We have sheet. All right, well, I've got an empty pop can I'm going to put away. I've at least got one good one here. Okay, in terms of... Where is... Okay, I've got a full pot of water. Let me put that away. And where did my... Yeah, there's my crowbar. Equip in both hands. All right, the empty water is right there. Yeah, something weird happened with the lights. I have no idea what caused that. I put that guy down. All right, yeah, hang on. I need to get my welding torch. Let's close this. Oops. All right, the welder's mask is in here, so let's go ahead and grab it. All right, welder's mask's going in there. Propane torch. Be in one of these. Oh, come on. Do I have the propane torch downstairs or did I leave it over here? Let's see. Well, let's check. And if it's not in here? There it is, welding torch. Okay, and there's not much remaining. But let's take it anyway. And I don't think that I'm able to like craft it, refill it. Okay, let's go to the propane tank and refill this. Refill welding torch. Awesome. Okay. So welding torch has been refilled. Let's go back to the electronics store and start dismantling some of those things. I put that butcher hook down and then it just closed. It made the entire place dark. Spooky and mysterious. I don't know what to think about it. Oh my God, dude. That's my bad. Gonna go this way. Oh no, and I didn't take the leather couch out, did I? No, it's okay, but we still got plenty of room. All right. Back to the electronics store where we will begin to dismantle things. Lovely. All right, let's equip this as our primary. And there's the sneaking skill. Awesome. Now in terms of dismantling, disassemble. All right, let's start with some of the things that we don't care about. Chrome microwave. All right, we are currently at 0 with a ×3 multiplier. That's a lovely sound. And that put us at, still at 0? Did that count toward electrical? All right, here, hang on. Okay, so we're about to do an experiment here. Electrical is at 179. Welding is at 0. Let's disassemble the gray oven. This says welding. Yeah, that said skill welding. Maybe it's because I don't know why I wouldn't get any experience. That's weird. 0. See if this goes up. My man's like not getting any welding experience. I'm getting steel pieces, electrical wire, scrap metal. Maintenance. I can make an improvised screwdriver and make a shiv. Skill is welding. Well, it says I am not getting any XP, which is kind of strange. Yeah, it still says 0. Dude, there might be a bug with welding right now. That's... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, hang on. All right, let's come back out here. All right, that guy made it easy. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting any experience for that. Try dismantling a refrigerator. Copper scrap. All right, well, how the fuck, if you don't get it from disassembly. All right, we're gonna do a quick search for this by using a torch on cars and metal, not by generic disassembly. So you strip car wrecks using a welding mask and propane torch on car wrecks, fully disassembling one wreck. Okay. There's 0 to 1 with book bonus and 4 to 15 wrecks depending on size. Okay. Okay, so not just general disassembly, but we have to disassemble like car wrecks. Interesting. We gonna bop around here. Elementary school. I do know where to find one wreck, but I want to check inside of the school real quick to get some water. It's been a while since we've been here, dude. Home sweet home. Get into the garbage bag. If we can. No, nothing. Well, that's a damn shame that just general disassembly doesn't do anything. To fully dismantle car wrecks. Wash vehicle. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I haven't seen that option. All right, well, we filled our water. There are some car wrecks that we can take a look at. Cut and re-weld sheet metal from level 4 to 10. Cut sheet metal into smaller pieces. Barricade spam, put sheet metal barricades on windows, then immediately remove them. Read welding books 1 to 2 before grinding. Yeah, okay, of course, of course. Generally the fastest, most acceptable early game strat. On car wrecks. All right, so let's go find ourselves a car wreck, which the closest available one that I am aware of. Let's smoke a cigarette and we'll drive. Going to the other side of town. All right, hang on. I also wanted to stop by the bookstore. We were here before. Scaring the shit out of me. There's somebody in here. There's gotta be. Hello? Butchering 2. All right, first aid 2 and 3. Agriculture 3, animal care 2, foraging 4. All right, that's 7 and 8. I think I have animal care 2. Let's do J. Let's do discovered recipes and media. All right, well, we will do, I think animal care. There's animal care 1 and 2. Let's pull them in. And then agriculture 3, we'll pull as well. Okay, these guys, nothing. We got over here. Tracking 1, tracking 3, and tracking 4. I think we have tracking 1 back home. Mechanics 3. I want to grab that. Carving 2 and napping 1. I want those. All right, and then everything else is fine. Really all I cared about. And then I can hop in the front seat here. Awesome. Let's go ahead and dump those in the back. All of our skill books. There they go. Just collecting our little cohort of knowledge. Yeah, and this car has a lot of capacity to haul things around. 111. Ah, there's a wreck right there. All right, this is the remnants of the police station. We have been here several times. Dismantle car wreck. Welding torches. Okay, can I ask why? What am I not able? Does it? Do I need to refill this? Son of a bitch. Well, I'll go back. I'll go back and I'll go get more. Or if I can find a, hang on. Let's try that. Let's see if I can, there's probably a grill or some shit over here. Let's see if we can find one. A burnt down house. Okay. Let's deal with these guys and then see if I can get a little bit more propane. I didn't realize it's like, okay, it uses an entire propane torch worth to dismantle one car. Son of a bitch. Every time. All right, well, that's good. He didn't scratch us. Okay, anybody got a grill? Anybody got a propane grill? Propane. There's got to be one around here. It's Kentucky. Come on, guys. All right, garbage bag. We're going to start taking garbage bags whenever we see them. Speaking of garbage. Ooh. Nice. Actual good stuff in here. Somebody didn't finish his Snick Snack bar. Sin. Judas. All right, is this there's a TV remote. We will absolutely be taking this because we can make a remote controller. Is there anything that you can do with the mirror? This is appearance. Nothing. All right, these are brochures, cinema history, notepad, magazine. Welder Monthly teaches metal counter, metal corner, metal crate, metal shelves. Yes, okay, I am about it. We are on a welding mission, you know. All right, let me plop in here. I want to read this magazine right now. Sweet. All right, let's keep going forward. Need more propane. Okay, let's hop out here. Let's start investigating some of these homes. Small handle, nails. Okay, nope. Punch and chisel set. Warehousing. Okay, well now we're in a little warehouse area. Well, when in Rome, I suppose. I want to dismantle one of those cars. It will happen. All right. As far as the enemies in this area, Jesus Christ almighty. Okay. Whipping it around. Yeah, so that's a no-go from me. No more propane, bros. Come on. Oops. All right, this is our original home. Let's swing by. I think this generator has, yeah, the generator's been on this whole time. How's it doing? 58% fuel. Well, it's a good thing I came back. We'll take a look at this. I think it was at like 83%. All right, let's deal with this dude. Okay, I did have like good food in here. I had chicken. Let's make sure, let's take a look and see if that's still all right. All right, how are things in the fridge? Still got fresh eggs, still got lard. All right, fresh and frozen chicken fillets. All right, frying pan, ready to stir fry. Ooh, peanut butter. Okay, well, I'm gonna pop the chicken fillet in there. We're gonna turn this on. It's still freezing. Let's turn that up. All right, so we're gonna cook our chicken fillets. Once these guys are cooked, then I wonder if we'll be able to do some stuff with them. Okay, let's do... It'll be cooked. They're cooked, boys. All right, turn it off. All right, empty pot. And let's also see now, frying pan, stir fry from chicken fillet. There we go. All right, so we have cooked up some sweet old chicken there. And then we will add onion powder. We will add some salt. I'm gonna go over to the fridge. We are gonna add some Yeah, we'll add some lard. I'm gonna add, add some peanut butter to it. That'll be nice. All right, we're gonna add some stale eggs because those will be better when we cook them. All right, anything else that we can add? We could add margarine. If I come back over here, anything else? Nope. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and cook this guy up. Let's pop our chicken filet stir fry with lard, fresh uncooked. Plop that in there. While this is doing its thing, let's smoke a cigarette. Yeah, I didn't realize I needed to have a full torch to be able to do this. So we will go from here back to the house. I will refill the propane torch, and then we'll find the nearest wreck that we can and then dismantle that. All right, gonna kick this forward in time just a little bit. Oop, come on. I guess we can see it. While that is still cooking, let's fill up our empty canteen. Okay, back over here. Fast forward some time here. All right, there we go. Turn that off. All right, now we're at 42 there. Filet and egg stir fry with lard. So let's go ahead and eat half of that. That puts me at full to bursting. Wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna take the chicken filet that is cooked here and put it in the fridge. And I don't think that I have any additional propane that I can refill from. Or actually, yeah, I do. I got one out here. Let's fill up from here. All right, let's remove the propane tank. And then let's go welding torch refill. All right. And while we're here, let's go ahead and fill this up with some gasoline. Grab one of our gas cans. Generator. Turn it off. Add fuel. And it is at 83%. I think it needed like how many electronics? It needed a couple. All right, we will place this gas can back on the ground. All right, and then we can turn our generator back on. And then our Sunballs truck, there was nothing in there. Okay, so we have a full welding torch now. Let's go back in the direction of the home. See if we can find something to dismantle. Wreckage of a car. All right, keeping my eyes open for wreckages. Jesus. Yeah, that was like unavoidable on my end. All right, and then our home is over here, but I wanted to get us back to those cars. Should have turned sooner, but I think that I can get us to a wreck this way. So this is the motel that we were just at. There's the electronics store. There's the elementary school. All right, I think that we are approaching that wreck again. Yep. By the police station. All right, here we go. Now, let's see if we can do this. Dismantle. Yep. One whole car wreck. And that gave me 18 experience. I used the whole fucking thing. All right, well, what did it end up with? A lot of steel bars, copper scrap, steel chunks. Okay. Well, all of this shit is only 18, so let's put it in the trunk. And then I'm gonna walk up and try to get these garbage bags. Well, I know that, so that if that was 18, so about 19, about 38. So there's this car, and then I know of, I think 3 more. So I think that's enough to get the next welding level. Let's put all of this stuff in the bed. And then once that is put away entirely, all of that metal stuff, we're gonna go take a look, see if we can get more garbage bags. Hell yeah, and a tarp. And a map to Rosewood. Garbage bag, and 2 more garbage bags. That's what's up. All right. Well, with that, we can go back to the starter house and put down the rain collector barrels over there too, so that we can get ready to build like a garden. All right. And we know that we were not able to successfully get any propane from over here. The back side of the you store it. Yeah, okay, I don't need to be in here. Driving around. Oh, goddamn, with the mailboxes. Son of a bitch. All right. Got 4 garbage bags on our person. already. And did I put, I think I put, there more in here? No. All right, no friends coming this way. Okay, cool. Let's put a rain collector barrel down. I need my nails though. I might as well refill this propane torch while I'm over here. All right, nails right over here. All right, we're gonna open a box of nails. All right, we got our nails. We are gonna go ahead, hop back outside, and I do need to have a hammer, so let me make sure that I got one. Ball peen hammer. We'll equip that guy. Okay. All right, our rain collector barrel, we're gonna put right outside, right here. And there's number 2. Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna be collecting rain here and at the other home. This other tarp can be used as well. Let's go rain, and then I should be able, yep, there we go. We're gonna build number 3. All right, there is number 3. So one is using a tarp and the other is using garbage bags. So this should collect, what did that said it had 600 liters, so 6, 12, 1,800 liters here, 1,800 liters at the other house. And we have collected some rain already. And I mean, we are already in a safe spot. So I'm gonna plop some nails down out here. All right, ball peen hammer, we're gonna put you in the back. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. And I think that my guy's been wearing a welding mask for a while, so we're gonna take that off. Yeah, see, he just put it back on. So unequip. All right, and then we are gonna deal with this broski. All right, nobody else coming down the middle of the road. Awesome. So we're gonna hang here for the night. And then I also wanna double check what books I brought. Like animal care 1 through, yeah, let's drop these off inside. Okay, yep, move these. And then I'm probably gonna end up closing this space off, like I said. Not this episode though. All right, so we have our bookshelf over here. Let's go ahead and load our books. We've got VHS tapes up the ass too. guns and ammo. We are a force to be reckoned with, my friends. Man, the only one that isn't able to fit, first aid 3. All right, do I got any? There's mechanics 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maintenance. Ah, dude, there's maintenance. Maintenance 4 for level 7 and 8. Okay, and we are currently on. We're currently working on level 6. Okay, cool. These ones that I've already read, I don't necessarily need. Animal care 1, 2. There's aiming 2 for the 3-4 skill. Oh, brother, I need that. Wow, I'm currently working on 3. That would have been nice to have read earlier. Let's see what else we can take out of here. Let's move some of these magazines that have already been read. Yeah, that's unread. That's recently read, unread, read. We're gonna move all of those. So I can move the first aid 3 book. Okay, first aid 3, plop that on the shelf. This is for foraging 7, 8, and we're looking for 5, 6. Carving 2. We're currently working on level 2 carving. So that's not gonna help. Okay, let's move the remainder of these magazines. Let's move them downstairs. We've already read them. I'm gonna close this window with it being 8 p.m. What is this? Box of batteries. All right. Yeah, we've got... Do I still got more electrical stuff here? No, I think I put that away. All right, these magazines that have already been read. Dude, and I got a wood saw in here too. That's crazy. I think a couple episodes ago, I was like, I left my wood saw, so I can't do anything. It's like, well, I got another one down here. Okay, bolt cutters, file, another ratchet. There's welding rods. Yeah, here's all the VHS tapes. Okay, so we have like Car Zone 2 and 3. Fuck it, bro. At this point, we're gonna watch some Car Zone. All right, 2 and 3. That's engines and windows. Let's sit on the ground. Take episode 2, plop it in there. And our mechanics right now is already at level 2. So this is going to be toward level 3. Let's hit play. Welcome to Car Zone. I'm Jimmy. And I'm his brother, Fred. Today we're talking engines. Let's start with the basics. That metal thing that makes noises under your hood. Yeah, that's the engine. I'm learning something new every day. Stick with a car long enough, or get into a few fender benders, and your engine might start smoking and going funny. So what do? Just get a new car. That's very expensive, Fred. Maybe your engine's easy to fix. First, do the obvious. Check your gas tank has fuel and your battery is charged. If it's just a noise problem, you might need a muffler. But if it's something more serious, you're gonna need some engine parts. If you don't have any, ask your local scrapyard. Or take a wrench and dismantle an old car if you have one and the skills. Then just replace the parts that are going funny. Wow, I fixed it all by myself. Fred, you replaced the engine with a hamster in a bean can. That won't work. Ah, dang. Fred and Jimmy in the Car Zone. All right. So let's pop that one back out and let's pop in Car Zone episode 3. This one's going to teach us about windows. And hopefully this will get us to mechanics level 5. Or sorry, level 4. Oh, I had to hit play, not tune in. There we go. Welcome to the Car Zone. I'm Jimmy, and I'm his brother Fred, and today we're talking windows. Let's start with the basics. Those clear things that let you see out. Yeah. Those are windows? I'm learning something new every day. Over time, your car's windows might need to be replaced. First, frost and heat, loose stones for the road, things that can go wrong. Just put duct tape over the holes. No, Fred. Then you can't see out. Now, car windows can be a little bit tricky. Side windows are easier. But with a little more skill, you can do the windscreens. I think it's supposed to say with. Get your screwdriver and carefully take it away from the frame. Now, for a replacement, make sure it's the right size. Standard, heavy duty, and sports vehicles all have different sized windows. When you're sure your window's the right size, just pop it back in. Wow, I fixed it all by myself. Fred, you replaced all the windows with pieces of wood. You can't see out. Aw, dang. Fred and Jimmy in the Car Zone. Well, that one didn't seem to give me mechanics. Damn. All right, turn that off. We got the Cook Show 1, Cook Show 2. We got Woodcraft. Now the exposure survival is probably gonna do stuff. This will teach us about squats. Let's take a look. All right, fitness club. Welcome back to Simon's Fitness Club, girls and men. Today we're going to be working those buns by doing squats. The first thing you need is the shortest pair of shorts you can find. Now a squat is simple. Put your arms straight out and bend those knees like you're sitting. And keep the tush out as far as you can. And another one. Down you go. Feel that burn in the back of your legs. Remember, if you're out of shape, you're going to feel stiff the next day, so don't go crazy. And another one, down and up. Well, I thought that maybe this would give us experience. Not the case. Not giving us any experience. Everybody is beautiful. Just be the best you can be. Join us next time for push-ups. Oh boy. Well, at least we got electrical up to level 3 and mechanics up to level 3. Super helpful. All right, our guy is gonna need something to drink. And we can take that propane tank and plop it in the car and dismantle the wreck. I think tomorrow what I'll do is we're going to finish tonight. We're going to get up in the morning. We're going to go take those vehicles apart. And then that will likely be where we're going to end it for today. But we still got a little bit of time. Okay, so we still got the other half of our chicken stir fry. We're going to eat that in the morning. All right, let's lay down. We're not wearing a mask or anything. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and sleep. Well, with that seemed to help with our stress and such. All right, it is 4:40 in the a.m. Let's go downstairs. Let's take a gander at the books again. So there's animal care 1, there's cooking, napping, and we're currently working on 4. Okay, well, it's either going to be or we could do aiming. Let's do aiming. We are almost at aiming level 3, so let's sit down and start this book. That's 260 pages. Go until like 7:30 in the morning. All right, there's 7:30. Let's put the aiming book in the backpack. We are going to smoke a cigarette. We're going to go ahead and eat the remainder of our food here. And we're going to load up this propane and go dismantle those cars. All right, let's go ahead and eat our chicken fillet. Full to bursting, love to see it. All right, let's put the frying pan back where it belongs. All right, welder torch is currently full. Let's put welder torch, welder mask back in here. We're gonna wear the hat and the glasses. All right, we're gonna fill up on our water and then let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, fill empty canteen. Oh, we get a little bit of cover. Oh, someone's screaming. All right. We are going to put the propane tank in the car so that we can refill directly. And if we can just get it to... Oh! Like, if we can just get it to rain... Excuse me, son. What are you doing here? Ooh. One hit down. Did my sneaking level up? It did. Okay. It's that light-footed that needs like 900 more. All right. Propane tank is going in the trunk. All right, we are now gonna take ourselves back. I have to whip this car around. Yeah, today has been a hell of a Zomboid day for me. I have recorded over 7 hours of footage today. Oof. Okay, man, this is... Ooh-wee. Oh shit. Now I'm doing something I'm not supposed to. What the fuck? Going off-roading. there's the wreck. All right. Dismantle car wreck. All right, I see him moving. Okay, okay. I was like, stop. Hang on. All right, there we go. Back to the dismantle. And that'll get us about halfway there. Spare engine parts. Yeah, look at that. Wow, okay, here, we're just gonna back the car up and place it directly in there. All right, that's all going back in the car. Great having all of the different bars and stuff like that. I mean, like I want to collect these resources because we are eventually going to be doing the blacksmithing and like not forging, using the forge. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so there are 3 more cars that are over by, yeah, this smelting. I think it all, that's all under blacksmithing, I believe. All right, that puts us at 78 out of 111. And then our welding, like I said, is 36 out of 75. So we're halfway there with 2 cars. So we should be able to dismantle like 2 more. So let's refill the propane torch. Okay, cool. Yeah, I should have just done that to begin with. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop out onto the main road. And we need to go back toward the gas station. Which the southern gas station we've reclaimed. Man, this is sketch when you can't really see. All right, gas station's over here. Here are the wrecks. 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. I think 4 of them. A decent amount. Yeah, we're gonna dismantle all of these. And who knows, maybe we'll get welding level 2. But these are all those preliminary skills that we're going to need for longer term survival. So that leaves more spare engine parts on the ground. Yeah. So we're going to come over here. We are going to go into the back. We are going to refill. And you know what? I'm going to do this while I'm in the car. Makes me feel safer. Yeah, welding is almost there. All right, let's hop on out of here. We're gonna dismantle. car wreck. Yeah, bro. Yeah, look at that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hell yeah. We very well might get welding level 2. All right. Go back in the car. Propane tank. We're going to refill. All right, this should get us to the next level, to level 1 of welding. And then, I mean, all of the spare engine parts and stuff, like that is going to come in handy for our mechanics. And we're clearing up this road while we're at it too. There you go. More scrap metal. Welding level 1. All right. All right, and then I think we need like 150 experience for the next level. All right, let's refill this guy up. Oh no, it's not entirely full. Fuck. Okay. Well, I don't think that we're going to be able to dismantle the remainder right now. Yeah, because you need to use... Yeah, dude, I have 9 out of 10. Shit. That blows. All right, well, we got level 1. All right, let's get us back to our other side of town. Oh my God. I am slowly driving through the brush. Give me a moment. There we go. All right, let's take it back. Here's the rusty rifle where we got into our gunfight all those days ago. All right, now I need to be careful because I cannot see where I'm going. Yeah, look at all of these cars that could be dismantled. We just need to take our propane. Sneaking around. Yeah, we're almost 3.5 hours in today. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of these guys. And our neighborhood is literally right here. Whoa. We're gonna go to the other side of town into our northern safe house and grab our propane, and we will end it nice and safe in the confines of our own home. Okay, there's a car here. Coast through. Why are you driving through the Dust Bowl? Because it's providing me some nice cover. It's hard for me to see, but it's also hard for them to see. You see? Oops. And here we go. Well, it looks like the lighting got fixed. Hope it stays that way. Yay, it stayed that way. All right, we are gonna move the car forward just a little bit here. Oh, Jesus. And of course, I'm back here without having refilled my water. My guy's thirsty again. Okay, I've got water. Let's drink it. All right. And then in the back, I think I've got the empty propane tank. Yep. Oh, and we've got a friend. Hang on. The door is blocked. Jesus, hang on. Get out of my house. Get out. You're not welcome here. All right, well, just to keep the door accessible and be able to still walk, I'll do that. All right, I wanted to move the empty propane tank and some of this stuff. Let's set up our fancy couch and move the propane tank. I can see clearly now the fog is gone, says Kitten Rit. And there's still no rain. I have never seen the rain coming down on a sunny day. All right. If we install the furniture itself, so this guy would need to be. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pick this chair up. Too heavy for the inventory right now. Hang on. So let's drop these two on the ground. Let's pick this guy up. If I'm doing any sort of like outdoor work, I need to rest. There we go. All right, and then with that, let's go into the install here. And yeah, I think we're gonna go like that. I need to put the hammer, hang on. Ball peen hammer. Let's equip that. Primary. Let's drop this. Hang on one second. Got to do this the right way. Ball peen hammer. Equip primary. Attach belt left. Brother in Christ. What are you doing here? In the main inventory. I can't fit in the inventory. Hang on. God damn. There you go. Equip it. Jesus. There we go. Nice. All right, now this is like horribly in the way. So let's try to move maybe this into the corner. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we are gonna move these guys into the main inventory for just a moment. And then we will pick this up. It has items in the container. Damn it. All right. Pick this up. What the fuck was that? I didn't want to disassemble it. Okay. I guess it's disassembled now. All right. Let me move the couch one over. Oh, Jesus. There's a 22% chance that this breaks now. All right, let me just come in here and move some of this stuff. We're going to put the empty propane tank on the ground. All right, the box of sparklers and stuff and aluminum foil, we'll put that on the table. And then I will put the plank away. That's so sad that that just happened. I did not want that to happen. All right, got old knee pads. All right, we're gonna put the mason's trowel, the hatchet in here. All right, we'll put our tracking book on the ground. Smoke ourselves a cigarette, which we gotta go into the backpack now. Pour into. Kittenrit says, I gotta go, man, but I love your content. Catch you on Thursday stream for Life is Strange. It sounds like a plan. All right, everybody. Well, I think that puts us in a position where we are getting ready to wrap up for today. It has been a hell of a Project Zomboid day for yours truly. I have streamed for the last 3.5 hours, and earlier today I recorded about 4 hours worth of content to set all of these walls up that you currently see that we reside within. So let's take a trip down memory lane and just kind of see what we did in the last bit of time, the last 3.5 hours. We ended up driving from our current base back over to the electrical store, tried to take a look at what we could dismantle, and we ended up learning along the way that we needed to dismantle entire car racks to get welding. We had read the entirety of Welding 1 and Tailoring 1. We have gone so far as to level up our electrical to level 3 and our mechanics to level 3 in the last couple of hours. Carpentry is now level 7, and we are almost halfway there to level 8. Ooh. I hear some Zeds outside. Can I fight them? Yeah. All right, make sure that we're safe here. But yeah, we have a safe haven to call our own now. A nice little lovely place that belongs to us. And moving forward, I mean, our skills have come quite the long way. Would love to see us move forward and progress in Axe, get our light-footed to level 5, And then we're going to start working on some of these other guys, the fishing, the foraging, the tracking, the trapping, agriculture, all that fun stuff, butchering as well. But we are in a much more prime position for us to be successful in our long-term survival ventures at this point. I'm going to kick back and relax here on my nice little leather spot that I got. Let me start reading my aiming too. And here's that reminder for you friends and family over here. If you have not clicked subscribe, I really recommend that you do so. I stream once a week at a minimum, Sundays, Arizona around 7:30 time. And if you're lucky, I usually can start about 30 minutes to 45 minutes early on those streams. I tend to release the VODs on between Tuesday and Thursday. I try to get at least 2 VODs a week out there for you guys. And there's a lot of ground to cover with the next couple of VODs. Like I said, like 7 or 8 hours worth. Life is Strange, that's coming this Thursday. Me and my wife are going to go ahead and live stream that for you all around like 6:30 Arizona time this upcoming Thursday. And please partake in that poll. Go ahead and click on my channel if you have not taken a look already and vote in the poll. Make your voice heard. Let me know what type of content you would like to see more of in the future and new stuff that we would like to add to the channel. And there is not too much time left in this outro, but I do want to say thank you to every single person that has clicked subscribe, that has clicked like, that has commented. We are 109 subscribers strong. We've gained 2 in the middle of this stream, and I'm aiming for 500 by the end of 2026. And like I said, we've already hit 1,500 public watch hours, and I'm trying to hit 3,000 by the end of this year, and we're blowing it out of the water. So, my friends, I really hope that you have enjoyed this content. It has been 27 streams worth of content thus far for the Frank Fultz Chronicles, and I've been learning a lot along the way. I know things haven't always been perfect in the beginning, but I strive to bring you the best quality audio that I can. So with that, my friends, I am just some dude on the internet. Thank you so much. I will see you next week.